the game Pokemon came out in 1996 for the GameCube Go. The GameCube Go was a Nintendo licensed Sega product. The GameCube Go featured many games such as Tetris and Zombie U. Zombie U is a game for the Wii U where it utilizes the Wii U gamepad and does some isometric gameplay. Now, if every game did this for the Wii U, nobody would have been angry at it because it would have actually used its hunk of fucking plastic for something other than just sitting around and being another screen. Cause fuck that shit. Dude, it's the DS2! It's not the Wii U! It's the DS2! It's the dual screen! You got the touch screen. Holy shit! I'm onto something. The Wii U's real name was gonna be the DS2. But they're like, the DS2 is a stupid name, and this is a home console. So, it's the Wii U because it rhymes with the DS2. Everybody knew that when the first GameCube Go came out. The GameCube Go came out for the Super Mario 164. Mario 64 came out in 1945. In 1945, people were born. 1945 was known as the Cultural Revolution because it was 25 years after the Roaring Twenties. So everybody was like, damn, that's a long time. So like, let's come out with the Pokemon. In 1996, Pokemon was released for the Game Boy. Pokemon was released for the Game Boy. Game Boy is a handheld console made by Nintendo. Nintendo is a video gaming juggernaut. But not every story starts off with somebody being at the top and not morally void. The Game Boy was made by Nintendo, and Nintendo, before they ever made video games, they made magazines. But before they made magazines, no, that's Game Freak, you dumbass. I'm sorry, but this is still Pokemon. Ah, fuck my hand. Oh, jeez. Oh, God, I hit it against the table. Ow. The Pokemon is a cultural phenomenon of monsters, and you play as a 10-year-old child who kidnaps these monsters and makes them fight each other to death. But that's fine because they're animals. Animals aren't people, so it's okay. But when you start getting Pokemon that are smarter than people, it kind of blurs the lines. Just take Mewtwo for example. Mewtwo's powerful as fuck and has his own ideologies. Mewtwo's not a Mewtwo's a fucking person. Mewtwo's not a... There's no way in fucking hell that Mewtwo is not a glorified human experiment. Mewtwo is not a clone of Mew. Because he's too humanoid looking. He has to... Mewtwo is the love child between Mew and Giovanni. Giovanni is the main antagonist in the first Pokemon games. He runs the gang known as Team Rocket, who created Mewtwo. Mewtwo is the 150th Pokemon. Well, Mew, the original one is 151. I don't really understand that. Can we retcon this entire thing, or has it been too long? It's been 20 years. Since Pokemon has been released in 1980, Pokemon was released in 1996 for the Game Boy. The Game Boy was created by Nintendo, and Nintendo used to have love hotels. Alright, love hotels are these things in Japanese culture where you take somebody there and you fuck them. You have sex with these people and and you pay to go to a hotel. You see, any hotel would have sufficed, but love hotels are certain hotels to do have sex. Yes. Pokemon. Pokemon's mascot is known as Pikachu, and Pikachu was the first Pokemon ever made. Cause man, we need a really like the first concept design you ever open up. You see Pikachu, and he doesn't look like the yellow rat he is now. Pikachu looks like this rock Pokemon that you ride on. Ground Pokemon that you ride on, and he's gray. The first Pokemon ever made was Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong Racing. Diddy Kong Racing came out for the N64, made by Rareware. Rareware no longer comes out with games. Pokemon came out in the year 1996. It came out originally. Ow, my leg. Pokemon originally came out with 151 Pokemon, and to get Mew, you had to go to a truck, and you'd be like, this truck. You gotta use push on it. You gotta use the Pokemon unlearnable move known as push. You gotta push it. So you have to, but in order to push the truck, you have to push the truck, and to push the truck, you have to have a level 92 Groudon in the first generation of Pokemon games came out in 1996. 1996 was a grand year. The Pokemon started a cultural phenomenon. Everybody was playing it. Your mom, the fucking kid, the dog was playing it. Pokemon's a game that's been out for years. About 2 years. I know it's been out for 2 years at least. Pokemon was released in Japan in 1986. 1986 was the first year that I ever knew that it existed. I don't know if 1985 was a thing, but 1986 was a thing. And this brings me to Winnie the Pooh Home Run. Winnie the Pooh Home Run Derby is a game. It's a flash game where you play as Winnie the Pooh, and you must defeat these home run derbies. The Darby brothers are Doge characters. The Darby brothers play games, and their stands are all around games. The first Darby brother ever found in Doge comes in Part 3 Stardust Crusaders. Part 3 Stardust Crusaders is about two Doges and their band of friends, and they go kill this old vampire dude who stole the body of another Doge. The great grandfather of it, Jotaro Kujo, that's his name. Jotaro Kujo is a non-talkative Mary Sue. Jotaro Kujo is the best Doge. He's better than Josuke. Fuck Josuke. Josuke has no redeeming features. I don't believe Josuke's real Doge. Josuke has a stand, meaning that he has to be a real Doge, you say. But what about Kochi? Kochi, the little 3'2" guy. Koichi is a main character in JoJo Part 4. Koichi has a neat stand known as echoes or reverb. Has acts. There's different acts to reverb. I mean, everybody's favorite act to reverb is Act 0. The Act 0 comes when so Koichi was shot by an arrow, and the arrow was like, man, I'm gonna give you a stand. And he was, oh fuck, I'm fucking dead. Koichi, the little 3'2" man's dead now. But Crazy Diamond's there. So Koichi should have died, and Crazy Diamond can't revive people from the dead. So it shouldn't have been plausible. It shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have been possible. Koichi was fucking dead, and you can't. Crazy Diamond can't revive people. So Crazy Diamond is Josuke's stand. Fuck Crazy Diamond can heal and also punch quick. I don't really like this Crazy Diamond. Who is this 4chan? 4chan is a forum website where it's just scum of the earth. And that's why I go on for, because I'm scum of the fucking earth. 4chan, 8chan is just 4chan with more boards and less regulated. I don't see a problem with 8chan. 8chan, sometimes I have, so there, Josuke is the main character of JoJo Part 4. JoJo is animated by David Productions. I used to be friends with the guy named David. Dave, where are you? David, please come back. David, come home. Dave, your mom misses you, David. You haven't been home in 19 years. You're 2 years old, David. Dave, boy. Your name, Dave Jones. Dave Jones Locker is another name for the bottom of the ocean. The bottom of the ocean was used a lot in mafia movies. You go swimming with the fishes. JoJo Part 5 is about mafia gangs. It's about gang crime. It's about organized mafia crime. JoJo Part 5, the special thing about JoJo Part 5 is that the main character, not Joji. The main character is not Joji. The main character of Part 5 is a Dios. Geos. The main character, Part 5 of Joji is a generation spanning manga written by Hiroko Araki. Araki is a beautiful man. Araki is 56 and he looks like he's 24. I don't really understand. I think he might have gave up his humanity. That's a line from Kizu Monogatari. The Monogatari series is written by somebody goes by the pen name Nisi Oisin. Nisi Oisin is a palindrome. It's a palindrome. Palindrome is a word that's the same when it's forward and back. The another palindrome is Bob. Bob is a SpongeBob is a yellow sponge. He's a yellow kitchen sponge who lives in a pineapple under the sea. SpongeBob! The JoJo Part 6. JoJo Part 6 has a female JoJo as the main character. the main character of Jojo Part 6 is the daughter of Jotaro Kujo. Jotaro Jojo Kujo has a degree in marine biology, and Jolene Kujo fucks everything. Fuck Jolene, man. Fuck Jolene. I hate Jolene Kujo. I hate her. Jolene Kujo is the worst fucking Joj ever. Jolene Kujo fucks everything up in the end. Okay, so she turns herself into a Mobius strip to avoid this one stand, and that's pretty neat. But Jolene Kujo is the worst. Jolene Kujo was hit by the stand there once. Okay? Jolene Kujo has two. Jolene Kujo has two stands. She's got String Boy, and then she's got Physical Man. Jolene Kujo is she's a 16-year-old in a maximum security prison. Jolene Kujo, I hate her. Fuck you, Jolene. Fuck you. You know what? You're a reason Mato in Heaven technically won. Jolene Kujo is she's the end of the Joj family until the new universe. So in Joj Part 6, there's a stand known as Made in Heaven. Made in Heaven is a pretty OP. Have you ever watched that video about? That's not purple. Now it's purple. Have you ever watched that video of the guy? The half A press. So the half A press video is a video about Mario 64. The half A press. The kid's going into parallel dimension. He builds up speed for 12 hours. Now, man, imagine going to parallel dimensions. But you don't have to build up your power for 12 hours. Meta in Heaven is just a half A plus video, but not building up your power for 12 hours. You gotta do it immediately. The half A plus video. Builds up his power, it builds up his speed, he walks into a wall for 12 hours so fast that when he moves next, the half April man, he goes to different dimensions. He goes to what Mario 64 speedrunners that play the game for 12 hours call parallel dimension. The parallel dimensions are just the maps. Just other maps. But Man in Heaven works by speeding up time so much that it restarts the universe. Well, what if that's possible though? Like, what? Let me get real with you for a second. Like, could you imagine if the reason we feel deja vu is because we've already lived? Jolene Kujo is the part 6 is Joj. She's the 6th Joj that we know, Joj. You can technically count second gen Joj. Oh god, I feel sick. I feel fucking sick. Oh jeez. Oh. Jolene Kujo is the 6th Joj.